Good day to you. How you doing in the YouTube land? Am I Prepper here, once again bringing you something, a little something something, to show you about preparedness. Now, for those of you who watched my video before on preparing for 15 people on a budget, I showed you the awesome Ozark Trail fixed Tang 420 stainless steel black oxide coated with a nice handle Walmart knives. They ended up being $5 a piece because they were 3 in a package. $15 per package equals $5 per knife. Now you probably thought, like I thought, there's no way you're ever going to get a good knife cheaper than that. Well, folks, we were wrong. Because I found the same knife on clearance. Can you believe it? I don't know why. I thought these were just put out for Christmas. But now the 3-pack of knives is only $10. So it's $3.33 a piece. And then, of course, you have to add tax. So this was just in one of my Walmarts. I don't say where I live, but I live in a city in the south of the United States. And this was great. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, that's nice, M.I., but you bought a lot of knives before. Don't tell me you were such a cheap bastard that you actually took the knives that you paid full price for back to Walmart just so you could buy a bunch that were on clearance. You're damn right I was that cheap of a bastard. Hey, part of being a prepper is saving money. I recommend to everybody, anytime you buy something, you keep the receipt and you keep the original packaging until the return period is over with, just in case it goes down in price. Yes, that's being a cheap bastard, but it's also being smart. I saved about, with tax, $26.50 or so by returning the knives I got for full price and replacing them with the clearance price knives. Why not? And guess what? I got something else that's very important for prepping for 15 on a budget with the savings. While I was in Walmart, I saw this thing. The Ozark Trail 3-stage or 2-stage knife sharpener. Now what this is just a simple pull-through sharpener. One side is carbide, one side is ceramic. They're not great, but they're easy for people to use who are not necessarily knife people. Would I use this all the time for my knives? No. I like the Lansky system as my favorite way to sharpen a knife. I also have the Work Sharp Canyon edition, which I haven't really done much with, but it's supposed to be really good. But this is a quick and dirty way to get a knife sharper. Now, you may ask yourself, does it work? Well, let us see if it works. I am curious myself. The funny thing is, I probably need a knife to open my knives. But I think we got one free. Here we go. Random package. Try it out. Now, we do the redneck sharp test. Unfortunately, my arms are not that hairy. If we went to hairy plates on the MI Predator, we'll probably have to go below the equator. But YouTube probably won't like that, and you might not either. So, we'll forego that. And so, yes, it is reasonably sharp. It cuts some hair of my very fine hair. Does it cut some of the cardboard? Sort of. But will it be better after we sharpen it with this thing? And here's the thing. These normally sell for $4.86. But when I went and paid for it, I could not believe it. $1.46 before tax. I immediately went back to see if there were more. There were no more in the store. However, Walmart.com also had these, believe it or not, for the same low price, $1.46 before shipping and taxes. I have no idea why they are so cheap right now, but go to your local Walmart or go to walmart.com and get them. How can you lose for $1.46? So this top part is carbide, and this is very simple. You just put the knife in, pull it through, pull it out. Don't cut yourself. I'm going to give it a few good strokes here. Obviously, if I'm not trying to film, this is easier for me to do, so I'm trying to be careful. Let's give it a couple more on the carbide. And you don't use a lot of pressure on this. You use some, but, don't just really press down hard on it. You're not trying to grind a new grind here. And we flip it over, and we give it a little bit of the ceramic. So again, be careful. Don't cut yourself. It's very easy. Just push through. Once you got it in the slot, be careful of your fingers. Don't get cut. Gonna give it maybe 3 more on this ceramic, and we'll see if this improves it. And once again, I chose something like this because it's easy, quick, for somebody who's not really a knife expert. I would rather use my Lansky or freehand sharpen, frankly. I'm to the point where I'm good at that, but your average person isn't, and that is, of course, a very involved and expensive sharpening set. Not something I can replicate easy for 15 people. Okay. So now we go back to the redneck sharp test. Oh, I can tell this is much sharper, honestly. I can feel it grip a lot more. How about this? Yeah, it's not a massive improvement. 420, and I'm sure it's a very cheap 420. It's not the easiest to sharpen. But that's going to work, especially once this gets a lot duller than it came from out of the box. So, now we have a $3.33 knife and a $1.46 sharpener. So for $5, you've got a blade, you've got the sharpener. Not bad. Once again, the knife is full Tang. So, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and remember, when you prepare, prepare with intelligence.